Alright, let's do this. This is my first deck showcase, whatever you want to call it. This is going to be pretty organic. I don't really have a script, just some talking points I thought of. This is my, first off, this is my first video I've done in a decade. So you can ignore the rest of the stuff on my YouTube channel before this, ignore my banner and all of that. I'll try and get that updated to something a little more modern. But this is the deck I used to climb to just about Masters with. I stopped at Diamond 1 due to a couple of bugs that were causing me to lose, and this is by far the most I played of one deck. I usually switch it around quite a bit. So I was getting, I want to try some other stuff. Judgement. So this is a control deck. It focuses. Well, I'll go through its main win cons, the cards that really shine, and then the rest of the bits here. What makes this deck so cool? Well, it's a Phase Tide Lifeblood deck. You don't see too many of those that aren't rewind, I feel like. So fairly unique. This is my own creation here. We have, well, the main point of the deck is that we have Stern Arbiter as a top end. This guy generates an insane amount of value. Once you get him leveled, you can bring back a spell or an action from your discard every single turn by activating him, and it costs 3 less, so that's great. And then we have Zealot of the Hunt. This is, honestly, I don't know which of these is a better win con. Stern Arbiter gives you so much value, but he's probably not going to win the game on his own. Zealot of the Hunt could actually win the game on her own. She is the removal that keeps on removing. When she enters, she gives the strongest enemy or sets its stats to 1/1 and exposed, and then she'll just keep doing it continuously when she levels up and destroys agents. So she actually takes care of the enemy board and pushes through a lot of damage eventually for lethal. Now you might think, well, what are the key spells to get back with Arbiter? We have Focused Adaptation. This deck does not run that many units. The ones we do run are, for the most part, pretty important. So we want to keep our units alive, and this also heals quite a bit. So keeps you alive against the more aggressive decks. You can also bring back my other beloved card, Rumpus. Rumpus is the easiest way to level Stern Arbiter. If you, I mean, it can level him just by having 3 units on board. You cast it. All the throwdowns that this card generates cost 1 less, so that's enough to level Arbiter right there. Otherwise, you will often cast Rumpus earlier to help control the board, and then you will bring it back with Stern Arbiter and level him that way. Let's see. Those are the 2 main cards you'll bring back. You'll also bring back Rescind and Set in Stone to help control the board a little bit. And okay, let's see. Some other cards in the deck. We have Bare Knuckle. He's just a good card. He helps keep you alive. He's a beefy unit. He's probably not going to win the game for you, but he does quite a bit. He's cool to combine with Symbiosis. And then you either, well, you buff his stats up a lot, and then you will heal more from the Siphon, and then you also grant Siphon to another unit. So that is enough to basically heal out of any kind of damage range that your opponent has. We have, oh yeah, Focused Adaptation with Bare Knuckle Inquisitor. Instantly levels him. It also heals quite a bit. We have Bare Knuckle and Seeker of Truth. They have very high health totals. They get healed to full with Focused Adaptation. Not that you necessarily want to use it on Seeker of Truth, but it is an option if you are facing some heavy pressure. Otherwise, other units we just have Seeker of Truth and Territorial Pack. This card isn't amazing since it's nerf, but just a couple of ways to help control the board, fight against aggro early on. Throwdown for removal, backhand for removal, a single snapback. It's just flexible. In general, this deck isn't struggling to bring back actions from the grave. Arbiter kind of does that, but snapback's an extra little one in there. Invigorating Balm is a nice way to keep a unit alive in a pinch. It also works amazingly. I haven't even talked about our divers yet. It works amazingly with Sap Sapper. This Sap Sapper is a 2/4. That means he dies to backhand and rapid iteration. Invigorating Balm puts him out of range of both of those. So he is a very common target for that spell. I'll also mention our other diver, Holder of the Instruments. A fantastic one-drop, get one true timeline on early, heal up throughout the game. And then, I mean, he curves. If you can curve him into Seeker of Truth, into Shattersmith, that is just a lot of stats on the board. Tough for the opponent to break through. I don't know how long this is going, but I'm trying to make this quick. I know some people love the deck tech portion, some people want to see the gameplay. I'll put timestamps and everything for that, and the deck code in a comment or description. What else have we got here that I haven't talked about? Curb the Anomaly is really nice against fractals, can ruin the whole game plan. It's nice against generally like green-red decks that that just build really tall units with a lot of buffs. You'll find other uses for this. It's great in a pinch. If you get a 4 or a 5 or 4 cost one by bringing it back with Stern Arbiter, great. Affront to Nature, a card I'm thinking about taking out of the deck. It hasn't come up all that much, but it's kind of a board clear. I'll talk about alternatives I've thought about putting into the deck towards the end here. By the way, I'm recording this after I've played all the games that I have in the video, just to see if I gleaned any last-minute stuff to share here. But I think that's some neat interactions. I've already talked about Invigorating Balm and Sap Sapper. You don't necessarily want to play Sap Sapper on 4 because there are a lot of matchups that this guy is absolutely key to winning the game. He's great against fractals. He can stop Sorp shenanigans, though you might take a little bit of damage. He's great against aggro. Honestly, the only matchups he's less good into would be PT Sungrace. They don't really care about this card. A lot of the times they don't even have to attack, or by the time they're attacking, it's with such big units that with like Challenger, like Frank or Soval, they don't care. And then against Bleed, you kind of help their game plan with the explosions from the seedlings. So he can still be good in those matchups, but he's nowhere near as crucial. So yeah, you can Invigorating Balm him. Other neat interactions. Symbiosis on a leveled Sap Sapper. It has the Rejuvenate. I've given that to Bare Knuckle Inquisitor, and then he's just an absolute unit. He's never going to die. And the heal procs his damage, which is a minor thing, but something you can keep in mind. And I mean, just giving Rejuvenate to any of these big units, along with the Symbiosis stats that you'll get from it, it's yeah, you make big stuff. There's probably some other things. Oh yeah, Rumpus with Sap Sapper is a great way to clear the board. A lot of the times you will find that you can clear the opponent's board by you might have a Holder of the Instruments still sitting around, or a dog. And then you can use the Rumpus Throwdown on the Seedling with the explosion onto a 1 or 2 health unit of theirs, and you're probably going to level Sap Sapper that way. And then you can even use additional Seedlings that you summon you can really clear the board with Rumpus Sap Sapper. That's a big thing to keep in mind. That is pretty much The individual cards and combos and all of that. Mulligans against aggro decks, you're looking for like Seeker of Truth, Territorial Pack, and then just if your hand is already pretty good, like you have one of these, you might be able to keep an Invigorating Balm or Focus Adaptation just to help keep Sap Sapper alive. Sometimes you wait an extra turn, turn 5, to play Sap Sapper, so you can Focus Adaptation him. Against slower decks, I've been experimenting with keeping Zealot or Rumpus. Probably not both, but these cards are so crucial to the game plan. In this deck, it's one of its flaws is it really doesn't have much draw. The only actual draw in this deck is either Chronicle of the One to get the firm hand, which sometimes you have to do, though it's not usually what you want to do, or Set in Stone. Otherwise, sometimes Zealot and Rumpus are so buried in the deck and you don't draw them, that makes it hard to level Arbiter without Rumpus, and it makes it hard to actually clear the enemy board and win the game without Zealot. So that's the biggest flaw. I've thought about ways to add more draw into the deck. Some cards I have considered is possibly Whistleblower. I have another Arbiter deck in Singularity that uses Whistleblower to draw a lot of cards. You'd have to change up the deck a decent bit, add some more shifts to utilize her, but she could be really good. Otherwise, Bearer of the Broth with a couple of soups in the deck. You probably only need like 2 soups, 2 bearers. This deck doesn't need a lot of draw, but the soups also help keep your units alive. You strike a lot with the throwdowns, and you can level up Bare Knuckle. So Soup Lady is probably the #1 draw engine I would think about putting in. All other alternative cards, you could throw in a third Rumpus. The card is so good in the deck. You could, I've thought about taking out a Front of Nature and maybe a Symbiosis, adding a couple Unstoppable Growths. This card has its flaws, that it's pretty expensive and easy to stop, but even if it fails, you can bring it back with Stern Arbiter, and a 2-cost Unstable Growth is really hard to play around as from the opponent's point of view. Thinking if there's anything else. Not particularly. Oh, there is Bloom. I have Invigorating Balm because it keeps Sap Sapper alive from backhand. Bloom does not do that. This also works well with the damaged units like Seeker of Truth and Bare Knuckle. So that's why I have Invigorating over Bloom. And that's kind of the possible alterations I thought of for the deck. So yeah, that's the whole thing here. Happy to answer any other questions in the comments. I'll make a thread in the Discord as well, just so people can talk about the deck. I think this deck is really good. Hopefully my commentary is just as good, but I haven't uploaded a video in a decade, so it might be lacking a little bit. Please feel free to give any constructive criticism. I want the videos here to be best they can be. Grow the community, grow a channel, hopefully. Yeah, that's it. Enjoy the games. Alright, I haven't recorded a video in like a decade, so this is my attempt at it, showcasing this deck that I made. It's an mostly original creation. Let's see, I'm against Ziv Control, so we're in for a long haul here. Let's see, Mulligan against Ziv Control, it doesn't matter a whole lot. Territorial Pack is nice just as an early drop. I don't need any of that. I'm looking for my win cons. That is mostly Arbiter and Zealot. I'll try my best to walk through my thinking, my mulligans, my strategy against the opposing deck. Yeah, all that. No reason to hold on to Holder of the instruments in this matchup. Just play it. Rescind, really good. That will be amazing against Ziv or a Spirit's Lament unit. I want this to die. Yeah. My holder is nothing, but this could level up, give him a bunch of draw, so may as well. I also, no reason to hold on to the wolf. May as well play it. See what he does. Yeah, I haven't lost against a Ziv yet. Currently I think I'm 27-1 with this deck, so I guess I haven't lost against much. I don't really want to block that. Not particularly, because then he can return to stillness a unit of mine and make this thing live. So, yeah, let's not block that. My attack is not improving. I'm not drawing much for units here, so let's just kill this, swing with Holder. I won't swing with Wolf. Seems good. Seems good. Alright. Now, let's see. Sapper isn't very valuable in this matchup. Just straight up. But I also don't really care to just throw it away to a rapid iteration. So, let's see. I could draw with a Chronicle. That doesn't seem too bad. I could just play Sapper because he really doesn't do a whole... Well, he does. He's a thing against Zorp, actually. Let's just pass in the round. Honestly, the game going later, like, really benefits both of us, to be honest. Like, now I'll play Sapper. I can keep it alive with an Invigorating Ball. Next turn I can play Bare Knuckle and keep that alive with Focused Adaptation. Goated card in this deck. I'd say we're on, like, maybe a slight clock in this matchup. They probably outscale, but not by much. It's honestly, like, it's really close. We're both control decks. The swinging really doesn't do me anything here. We wait to rescind until Ziv actually grows, or he does that, and he's holding time stop mana. I mean, that's what he's doing. I have 9 mana total. But let's see, time stop is the only thing. I have 2 Chronicles. It's honestly, I think, a big mistake for him to play 2 Zivs at once, because, like, that just opens the door for this. Even if you have time stop right now, a lot of decks, a lot of PT decks, Phase Tide, run 3 Chronicles. So, like, yeah, he's gonna time stop it. Great. Is he gonna time stop it next turn? The turn after that with Arbiter? Or snapback? Like, he only has 3 time stops. There's no way for him to get more. Can save some HP here. He's probably, yeah, he's understandably hesitant about leveling up the Sapper. So that's fine. Wonderful draw. I forgot. I honestly forgot about Curb. I just got home from work and decided to do this. Yeah, I could slap down Arbiter. Just get the card back get out of line back into my hand. I mean, that's pretty good. Can't lie. I could out of line again this turn. That is also pretty good. Doesn't really I mean, I may as well, right? Like, let's just get Arbiter down. Grab out of line.
And be judged.
If he tries to kill this, I will bounce it back with Chronicle. That is fine. This deck with Arbiter, you know, I could potentially run 6 out of lines or something like that if I needed to. No more. Gosh, could do a lot more. Because with Arbiter, you can bring back either out of line or Chronicle to make out of line. So, and then, yeah. So this was just a big mistake by him. You don't want to drop 2 Zivs. That just opens the door for bad things. Okay. Now Ziv, well, I was going to say this can be a problem, but I have Throwdown. It's not a problem. We kill this before something bad happens. Now I have less mana this turn. Wonderful. That's another win con. But I do have enough mana for out of line and focused adaptation. I don't want to do Curb because I can't actually kill the Zivs. So Curb is really Curb buys a turn, but it's really just not needed right now. Excuse me. I'm guessing he has another time stop. Sapper is nice to keep alive due to like Zorps, but it's not needed by any means. So we out of line. I expect it to be time stopped. After he time stops, I will. Focused is not like a guarantee. He could have Rapid to kill this, and then Ziv will kill it, which that would be unfortunate. I could bounce. No, I don't want to bounce it because I want out of line to be able to kill him. Oh, that's an interesting play. That's really cool. That's still, like, Arbiter lives. I'm happy with this. I'll hit him with an out of line later. What I really want to draw is Rumpus. I want to bank the mana. I don't really need, like, more on the board here. Zealot can take one out if I want. But Zealot can also take out... okay, there's the Rapid. This is why we have Focused Adaptation. I actually don't have to use Focused. Oh, hold on. I could use Invigorating Balm. That keeps it alive. It's just a little risky because then that can die. But Invigorating isn't it's not getting any better. It keeps it alive. Like, what more can I ask for out of this card? And I still have Focused Adaptation mana if he has a follow-up. Which he does, so now I Focused Adaptation. And it lives, I heal, life goes on. Oh, I heal another one because of the buff to it. Very nice. And there's Rumpus. So that is, this is still muted, so I can't go for an out of line right now. But the fact that I drew this, it's basically game. At least in my opinion. That's cocky. Okay, that's a little cocky. But I can Rumpus here, or I can go for Zealot. They're both really good. But like I said, like I've been saying, he's got 2 Zivs on board. I want to make use of that. I would rather Rumpus and level Arbiter. I will just Rumpus this. Sure, doesn't matter. I probably should have used 2 Rumpuses, or 2 throwdowns there, because I don't have another, like, great other unit to throw down. But this'll level Arbiter. Once Arbiter is leveled, I can grab Rumpus back, I can grab Focused Adaptation, another Chronicle. Like, from this point, it's really rough for them. Okay, cool. I use another one. It literally, it doesn't matter. Now I have Arbiter. This guy levels, so that's great. Zorp Deterrent.
You don't need that.
Okay. So, best thing to do in this case would be, I could use the other throwdown, but I want to preserve as much mana as I can, so we'll use Arbiter, grab a Chronicle. Maybe that's a little... No, yeah, that's best. And we'll use this to Prayer of Rescue my Arbiter back to hand. And perfect. I can tap Sap Sapper. Trying to think if there's any reason I shouldn't. I can't think of one. I could have used the... probably should have used the throwdown. Oh, I actually could have killed this one. Which is... I should have done that. I blame my first time recording in a million years. But... Oh, okay, hey, he gave me another card I can kill. Wonderful. Rumpus and Sap Sapper are just an outstanding duo. This does put him in range of being pinged. There's a couple of 2 damage things, but I think killing a Ziv is well worth it. Okay. Cool. Now we're back to what we had. I mean, I'm at 34 health. You can thank focused adaptation and the constant one true timeline for that. Zealot will come down. I want to deal with these first. And really, I don't think I have a reason not to out of line them. Arbiter will come down once I have an out of line back in the grave. He's digging. And if this lands, it is straight up game. I already said it's rough for them, but that's just over. Okay, well that's kind of cute. But still, like, the deck only has so much discard. They're also down to 15 cards in deck. That is a legitimate win condition. Not a common one in this matchup, but it is a legitimate win condition against the deck. And they're going to play another Ziv next turn. I may as well tap Botanist. And I could play Bare Knuckle, but I want as much mana as I can. I'm gonna be playing a lot of spells with that guy. So yeah, he wants to play the other Ziv. I want to play Arbiter and bring back Out of Line.
I am the hand of
so that I can kill his Zivs. And there really isn't anything they can do, I don't think.
You don't need that.
Okay. That's a little rude. But yeah, we use Arbiter. We bring back Chronicle. Or shoot, I should have brought back Prayer of Rescue. That's one less out of line I have. But I do this, and yeah, it's good. We'll do it again next turn. It was probably better to bring back Out of Line and then use my Chronicle in hand. But oh well. We'll swing with a couple of these. Yeah, I make misplays with the deck. But as long as you, honestly with this deck, as long as you know the win con, you have Arbiter and Zealot whenever I eventually drop her. They give so much value that you can afford some minor misplays. A second curve is fantastic. Alright, there's a Zorp. Wonderful. There's not enough mana to like Arbiter, Out of Line, and Focus Adaptation. So that could be a slight concern. But not really. I think I just drop Arbiter.
I am the hand of fate.
He's down to 3 cards in hand. So yeah, I do this, grab Out of Line, can block, I don't know, they both have Overwhelm, can block there, and then Out of Line these two, and yeah. I have enough health, I can play around with it. In case he has time stop. This attack will hurt, but yeah, it's going well. Okay, there's time stop. Fair enough. I don't think I have anything I can like. No, that's fine. That'll hurt. Yeah, that hurt. We're lower than him. So game plan going forward here. Same as it's been. We out of line. Okay, he's out of cards in hand. And in that case, I'd rather keep Arbiter on the board. So I think I'm going to snap back an Invigorating Ball. It keeps him alive, and then I can keep using him without having to spend the 7 mana on him again. And he'll heal back up from the One True Timeline. I'll just be a little careful about using Sap Sapper. So yeah, he's down to Zorp. I think I will just Zealot here. Yeah, I think we just Zealot.
If it bleeds, I can kill it.
There we go. Great first game. Hopefully we can get some variety of decks. We got BJ the Brave, great YouTuber. It will be a pleasure to beat them. I don't know what deck they're playing. I mean, it's red-green. It's gonna have a lot of stats. I think it's a little early to worry about any of these. Chronicle could be good to switch it off the bleed timeline. This could be a bleed deck very easily. But I think, yeah, I play Holder, especially because I have Seeker of Truth. Great 1-2 combo. And I'll let you know my strategy once I figure out his deck. Our hand's actually really good already. We have early game with Seeker of Truth, Focus Adaptation to keep our important units alive. Zealot is amazing against red-green because they often are big stat stick decks, and this doesn't care how big your stats are. Okay. That's annoying. That is very annoying. Not what I expected. And that plays around the Seeker of Truth. I don't know if I've ever seen someone play Cacophony turn 2. But good play, good play. Playing this would just be getting 2 damage in and throwing it away. It's, yeah. Not that great. Kinda wish I kept Chronicle now. Odds are Sap Sapper's not gonna be all that great if he's well, yeah, he's a bleed deck. So Sap Sapper's just gonna feed the bleed stuff, really. I could play one of these, hope he blocks, and then backhand it, but I can also backhand Sap Sapper. I think I'm just gonna pass. Backhanding Sap Sapper seems fine. I don't really want to take the 3 damage, but I don't really have much of a choice. If he plays Sap Sapper, I'll play Sap Sapper.
Let's go.
That's... goodness. It's a good card. That is a pretty good card. Sap Sapper's just bad. I play one of these just so I can stop dying. I could Focus Adaptation it. I mean, that would heal me a good bit, as well as, you know, keep a unit on the board. But there's just better targets for it. The nice thing is that deck isn't going to have that much for interaction with me. The most is going to be like Throwdown. Little scared to play Bare Knuckle Brawler. I could play Territorial Pack to challenge this, and then it would die to bleed, assuming he doesn't have the Iron Blood. If he has Iron Blood, then it's really gonna stay at 3 health and keep growing. Bare Knuckle's a little risky, but I think I have to be a little risky here.
Your sins are heavy. My fists are heavier.
If he throwdowns it, then I can challenge a unit. Yeah, no, that's fine. This works. I think this works out just fine. Next turn, I will probably be saving enough mana for Focused Adaptation. Okay. Okay, that's... it's scary, not gonna lie. A little scary. Would hate for my second loss to be on this video. Man, I was just hoping for a straight shot to Masters. But Focused Adaptation is really good here. Fun fact, it just levels Bare Knuckle immediately. I would love... My health is a little bit of a concern. Kind of. If he just open swing, that would be pretty good. So we Focused Adaptation this. Very nice. And now health isn't as much of a concern. I don't really want to play anything. He still has a lot more mana. I can bluff that. My hand is not very interactive either here. So I can bluff I have something. Okay, well that's gonna level, that's gonna survive damage and level. A second Bare Knuckle would be kind of neat, but it's honestly really flimsy. And I think I want to save Arbiter. I might Arbiter with Focused Adaptation. Yeah, I think I just pass and burn 2 mana. This has to die. It really does. It's a shame that I can't kill it, like, immediately. I can hit it, but that creates another circle of strife. I think Zealot's probably the move. Oh, but then he has the chance to circle. And that is bad. Yeah, it's not a good position, to be honest.
If it bleeds, I can kill it.
It's really not. I think Arbiter was a better play. I wish I had a throwdown or something like that in hand. What's he doing? Okay, well, that is a wonderful opportunity to backhand this. Yeah. That's why you run 3 backhand in the deck. I think I have 3.
Boy, Adam.
So, now that's a really big unit. It is worth it, I'm pretty sure. Kill this. If he has Iron Blood, that's bad. Oh. Zealots. Yeah, I mean, this threatens 7 damage. And that's a lot. It's actually a little, it's 8 damage because of the bare knuckle. Yeah, I'm gonna call him bare knuckle. I don't. I like that name better than his immortalized form. Iron Blood on this would be possible. Okay. Well, that sucks, but out of everything that could have happened this turn, he has a lot of Circles of Strife. Still have an uphill battle. Still do. Snake. Okay. Let's see. That is 4 castings of Circle of Strife. It takes... Just want to make sure my Arbiter isn't dying. But he could kill Arbiter with that. Alright, let's Sapper. Yeah. Just to make a couple blockers. This actually isn't. It's not great because he can kill this, which will ping that, and then he. The fact that he got so many of those is really bad. I can hope that the rest of the cards in his hand are kind of duds. That's not a dud.
Let's go.
Oh, man. Oh. Okay, well, I can block a couple of things. Actually, if he grabs this, I can block with this, and that will, kill it, so at least nothing's dying from bleed. That's a plus. I really am looking for Zealot, and, okay. But yeah, I'm really... Oh, that'll level Snake. I'm looking for Zealot and Rumpus. Especially Zealot. Seems an odd way to do it. I block that, it blocks the most damage. Yeah. It's kind of a bummer that his stuff is at 2 HP. Oh, that's not a good draw. Okay, Territorial Pack. Well, actually, I mean, it just gets pinged. This also just gets pinged, like, but I can play this with Arbiter. I'm trying all my 2-drops, which is about the last thing I want to see in my deck. But I have to get these Circles of Strife out of his hand somehow. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Makes sense. Now he can strike a damaged unit. I think I play Arbiter here. I think. If I play that, he can, like, he can just kill it. It's not living. And I don't have enough to do this plus focus, snapback focused adaptation. Arbiter. I think I have to play Arbiter just to live. But he can do that. Like, Arbiter is not gonna live. But alright, I think I have to.
Speak and be judged.
I think I have to. I imagine he's running Boatswain. Well, not necessarily, but I think, like, his divers are kind of more mid-rangey. Okay. That's not what I expected, though it is plenty scary. At least, you know, that's why we got Curb. I got Curb, I got Focused. My unit lives. What more can I ask for? Alright. That's a decent card. But I really need Zealot. You can kind of see a little bit of a problem of this deck doesn't have any card draw, so I'm at the whim of the deck. There's 2 more Zealots and 26 cards. It's not great odds. Really not. Okay, so I have to Curb. And that finally switches the timeline to something a little more manageable. And I just have to let this through. I can hope he kills Arbiter. Well, then I can focus it, and that will heal me. I could have possibly, you know, rescinded that, but okay, well now I'm now I have to rewind. Alright. Not looking great, but I'm alive. And they're not looking too hot either. Okay. Now I can focused adaptation this. It will live. And I will heal. Important to note, it's erased, so I don't have any more focused adaptations. Snapback has Curb as a target. Really no other great, really no other great ones for it. And these are still pretty dead cards because they never got to see the one true timeline. That's a really good draw though. I have to play down Bare Knuckle. He's pretty good unit here. Especially if you combine him with Symbiosis. I can challenge this currently. So he might be running a little out of steam here. But plan is to challenge this. Then it would die to bleed if he has some kind of interaction. I have Symbiosis. Symbiosis buffs it to 8 health only, which isn't great, but it would also buff that really high, and the odds he has, I mean, he does run a strike spell. Alright, I think this is the move. I think I have to go for it. Alright. I need this to go through. Come on. Come on. Oh, what's the wait? Yes! Yes! Oh my goodness. Such suspense. Oh, okay. I'm not in the clear yet, but that was needed. I'm now at 26 health. He doesn't have a damaged unit to use the Fueled by Pain with. So as long as I can keep this alive somehow, I could bring back Rescind. That's a very possible play. Next turn. It would be unfortunate if he had a way to kill that. I don't know what that would be though. Okay, this is all fine. Oh, and a second Arbiter. It's not Zealot. I need Zealot or Rumpus would be amazing so I can level Arbiter. Oh, that's so bad. That is so bad for me. Oh, man. Okay. Okay. I think I pass. Oh, that is terrible. I think I pass here. Wait and see what he does. Okay. Okay. I don't really want to bounce this back to hand because that would give him another. So there's not a whole lot of option here. I have to snap back a rescind. And then rescind, sacrifice 4, bounce Arbiter, bounce this. Oh, okay. I should have also set in stoned that, so it doesn't get the buff. That was my bad. I probably don't use set in stone. Well, I don't want him to create another circle of strife. Oh. Oh. Really don't want another circle of strife in hand. The most use these will have gotten. This is a tense game. Very tense game. Can I take the 9? No, I mean that's... Alright, let's just do this. It gives me card draw too. Maybe I can draw Zealot. Wish I'd done that first. That's not a bad draw. But I need Zealot. That is not Zealot. I haven't drawn as... I drew 1 Zealot and no Rumpus. That's not good. Arbiter is my only move here. And to bring back Set in Stone.
Speak and be judged.
If it bleeds, I can kill it.
Well, there's a Zealot. Yeah, and then I well, I could drop Seeker. I should drop Seeker. Yeah. I need to drop Seeker to have another blocker here. I still have mana for Set in Stone if I need it. This is fine. This does nothing, effectively. And then I set in stone whatever unit, or actually, well, yeah, I set in stone whatever unit he uses the second one on. Which is unfortunate having to use it now. Yeah, I do it on the unit instead of like on this because I need this thing's stats to reset. That is important. Once again, just not what I'm looking for. There's Rumpus. There's Rumpus. Oh, did that just save me, I wonder? Oh man, did that just save me? Maybe I'm speaking a little too soon here, but... goodness. Okay, so I can block this. And then I block this. And then I Rumpus. And now, I can do 1 on Arbiter to kill that, 1 on this to kill that. Oh, hold on, that would kill Arbiter because that is... because that is dying. Okay, so 1 on that to kill that, 1 on this to kill this. We Invigorating Balm the Arbiter. So that way it doesn't die to the Seedling Explosion. And now this doesn't get a strike. This will die. And I have another Arbiter to play on a future turn. Okay, that is perfectly fine. Now that gives me the chance to focused adaptation the Arbiter. Okay, so, looking at the graveyard, real quick, important thing to do. I can Arbiter an Invigorating Balm, and that gives it just enough to kill that. This Arbiter will die, but... but at least good things will happen. I'm seeing if there's another out. I don't really see it, because I have 0 mana. Then we do that. He only has 1 card in hand. Oh, no way, dude! Oh, no way! Okay. I'm alive! Oh, goodness. Holy crap. That is one big dude. I'm alive. I'm alive. Oh, Zealot, you're so good, but... Oh, you're you're so good. But I don't think I can play you here. I think I have to Arbiter because he has... That gives me curb.
I am the hand of fate.
I can get another blocker with, Oh, what do I bring back with this? What do I bring back? Probably focused adaptation? Oh, what do I bring back? Goodness. Maybe I have to bring back Curve? Well, no. I really think I bring back Focused. Could bring back Rumpus as well. But I think it has to be Focused.
It was meant to be.
Okay. That's... Oh, that sucks. Oh, that really sucks. I mean, I knew he had the card, so it shouldn't surprise me. Oh, no, this is... He should not pull this. Oh, he's maybe realizing. Curb by itself isn't enough to keep me alive. Oh, he's doing that, and then the fervor. I really wish I had phased that correctly. Okay. Okay, that's an interesting way to do it. So, what do I want here? I think it has to be curb. I've been trying to Chronicle the one, which is really unfortunate. So many unfortunate things in this game. I could grab Rumpus, but Rumpus isn't big enough to actually kill anything here. If I grab Curb, that does 1, 2, 5. Oh, it's not enough. Oh, it's not enough. Okay. Well, I guess I grab Rumpus. And it's Rumpin' time. Okay. Oh, the fervor. Ah, man. Oh, man. All right, against PK Raya. Played him plenty. It's a new day. Not that that matters for the recording. But new day here. Pretty certain this guy's playing a giant or mountain deck. Don't really need those. Some early units can't be bad. Don't have to keep Invigorating Balm. He doesn't have Singularity nor Phase Tide, so Sap Sapper will be pretty immune, I think, to his cards. Alright. Now, if he does return to stillness our unit next turn, we're probably not leveling our 2 and 3 drop for a while. But it looks like that's not happening. Wonderful. Alright, I could play my wolf. With the nerf to this, wolves just kind of trade into each other, even if, you know, they've, even if one levels versus the other one. But, I'll play Seeker of Truth here. This...
It was meant to be.
Just want to get that down, get it leveled before something happens, before the timeline shifts. I could play a wolf of my own, or I could play Shattersmith. If I play Shattersmith, it probably gets Return to Stillness. And that becomes a 6/5. It's a little scary. I mean, I guess they could also do that to the wolf. Could just pass. Not a whole lot's happening here. Yeah, I'm okay with passing, honestly. This banks the mana for Set in Stone with Sap Sapper. Okay. Now we both just basically have the same unit. 6/5 Challenger. It doesn't really matter that Shattersmith didn't get to level. So, really hoping to get, you know, Kayla, or not Kayla, well, Zealot, as well as, oh, what's the thing called? Arbiter. Haha. So, I could play Sap Sapper. It's a little vulnerable to either Hush Now or Throwdown. So maybe I wait just a turn. I could also play Shattersmith. Yeah, let's play Shattersmith. Let's just be a little cautious. Honestly, wasting the mana for the turn is... I don't think it's gonna matter. Okay. This is buffed by the Voiceless Sky, but that doesn't really matter, so I think I just drop Sap Sapper. So it can see the death of some units here. Okay. That is fine. Really, I can just attack with these. Yeah. We do it in this order, so that way if he blocks with 2 wolves, like my Shattersmith doesn't take any damage. It's going to mulch it. Okay, so he's sitting on, I mean, he's trying to level mountain. That's what's going on here. This is really, I mean, it's fine. Okay, Aardvark, so wonderful thing you can do here. You tap Sap Sapper, you swing out at one of these, everything dies. But we have to contend with him playing a mountain or conceding. That works too. I dropped to Diamond 2 in recording this, but back up to Diamond 1. Alright, let's see if I can get another game. That one ended prematurely there. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. On to the next. Alright. Mr. Funky. Usually I see him on aggro. Played against this guy many times. But not aggro today. So it's either a heal deck or a ramp deck. Sometimes they even are both. I could keep Rumpus. Just because at some point it's going to be amazing. I haven't really done that much, but you know, I might. Let's try it. I've tried keeping Zealot in the opening hand, and I think that is correct. Against slower decks. Now, I also think it's correct for me not to play Holder of the Instruments. Well, let me think on that, actually. Never mind. I retract my statement. I can play this. I'm only playing it because I have backhand. So I can get rid of, the confronting unit.
It was meant to be.
Well, okay.
It was meant to be.
We're just going 1 for 1 here. There is reason to possibly keep Holder alive, as it's another thing that can die to the Sap Sapper. And his unit is as well. The only issue is that Sap Sapper isn't the most useful in this matchup, but also, well, like, 2 damage is nothing. I may as well keep the option open. Another one. Though I can... Well, I'm trying to think. There's a few units he could play where she would be better, but he would always just wait for the attack anyway. This is better into some of the units he could play, but let's level the wolf. Although this would have started to heal with the timeline. So, honestly, I'm not sure. But I can push a little bit of damage here. We still have some units on the board that could die to Sap Sapper. But like I said earlier, he isn't the most important card in this matchup. This is probably the matchup where he is the worst in. I don't know what they could be thinking about here. Possibly backhanding the wolf. Okay. That's fine. Our backhand is super important to kill Soup Lady or Medic. Especially Medic. Assuming it's not leveled, but it's... if he plays it any turn after this, it's leveled. So... Okay. Well, there's always the one card, Invigorating Balm. But this is the best chance for us to use backhand outside of a Zealot debuffing something, so may as well. Perfect. Medic is a serious win condition of his. I would rather bank the mana and... What am I banking the mana for? It would be nice to get Bare Knuckle Brawler down. And then just have the mana reserved just in case. I have nothing that I'm gonna spend it on this turn. But let's get him down. And then maybe I'll have the mana for next turn. Odds are he mimics me here. But I can't overstate how good it is that a medic is out already. That is the most threatening card in his deck, and one of them is gone. Unfortunately, our attack does nothing. But we have Bare Knuckle down. Already leveling.
Your sins are heavy. My fists are heavier.
That is fine. I could drop Sap Sapper into Symbiosis is probably a decent play. That will grant... Oh no, it's not level. It won't grant regeneration. Well, it's about the best thing I have. I could also Rumpus to kill off both his units. He does have 3 mana left though, so who knows? Who knows how that will go? Well, can block with this. No real harm in that. So Rumpus here. How was I thinking that would kill off both his units? No, that's not how that works. Alright. Killing Bare Knuckle is fairly important. But let's drop her. Now with 2 Confronters, I can kind of play around non-lethal. And he levels. Perfect. Oh, an Arbiter is drawn. That is really good. So, non-lethal is annoying, but not actually, like... you know, an important card. This attack threatens to kill this guy, which can't ask for much better than that. He also can't be leveled by a single soup. Okay, and now we Rumpus. And I may as well threaten... well, that will kill that. So I can threaten it like so. And that's pretty good. And I have a backup one in case he has a trick. Or I can Symbiosis. Important to note that Striking and Siphon are bugged, so I should be 4 health higher. He should have taken a damage. But oh well. Stuff happens. Nothing really to do here. So, keeping Rumpus paid off. One of the most important cards in the deck, one of the most likely things I would bump to a 3 of. Wonderful. I have everything. No real reason to take 6 unnecessary damage. But then again, it's another proc for this guy. Huh. Well, making me think now. I'll block it. She's not doing a whole lot. Arbiter will bring back Rumpus. I'm a little bit vulnerable to a throw into the sun. I don't have a way around that.
Speak and be judged.
But I do have focused adaptation. I also haven't been paying attention much to how many times he's overflowed for Supernova, but I don't think it's been much. Maybe once, or I'm not even sure if that. Alright, Thrown to the Sun. Oh, I kind of forgot we actually have Set in Stone. Yeah, that's worth it to Set in Stone. He represents quite a bit of damage. I forgot that's bugged. Well, cool. Just losing games to bugs. Alright, let's Zealot.
If it bleeds, I can kill it.
I haven't been tapping Sapper or Botanist, because if he drops, it really just helps Medic, in clearing our board.
Your sins are heavy. My fists are heavier.
Alright, so Zealot can drag that. We can swing with these two. Just push damage. If he kills this or phases that or something, we do have focused adaptation. We also have Rumpus. Okay, facing that, is that Rumpus worthy? Probably not. Well, actually, it levels Arbiter. Yeah. Alright. Rumpus time. Leveling Arbiter is worth it. Fight a card that's at 0 mana, or 1 mana in this case, level Arbiter. You know, why not play it? And then this will make that a 1/1. Any cool spells in Grave, Set in Stone. That'd be the best.
A bowl of hope for every soul.
Alright, so Arbiter will hit that. He's out of mana. I could have done both to save time. And then we grab Set in Stone, which under One True Timeline now costs 0. The game's looking really good. Really, really good. I don't really see a way they get back into this. Well, that's not a bad way to do it. So this lives. Arbiter lives with a focused adaptation. So let's do that. I could symbiosis as well. That could be better. In fact, I can make everything live with a focused adaptation. Or actually, ooh. Okay. Let's do this. And let's do this. Bring back focused adaptation. I could have brought back symbiosis. That would have been funnier. Much funnier. And then I can send it. Alright, so then now I will bring back symbiosis. And let's grant everything regen. And massive stats. This seems great. I don't really have a reason to play anything more. I think we got him. He's drinking. He's eating his last meal. Alright. Yeah, Arbiter, bring back a strike spell. Strike spell. That. Because I can. And I could be spending my mana more efficiently here, because he could just keep having, like, out of lines. It is important to note against any phase tide list, especially to avoid having two of the same unit. We win. To play around out of line, killing your units. And GG! So yeah, that's been the deck showcased in all its glory. The video was a little cursed on my end, but I probably won't show you all the failed games. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the deck, or hopefully you might enjoy playing against it if you are a little masochistic. Have a good one.